Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to continue on attaining financial independence, and in this video I will talk about debt management. Debt is any amount you owe an individual, bank or an entity. It could be in the form of credit card debt, student loan, personal loan or mortgage and other types. Debts usually have a predetermined interest rate and optional payment period. While some debts like mortgage may have low interest rates, others like credit cards or payday loan can have hefty interest rates. Other fees like early payoff penalties and missed payment penalties could also apply. Failure to pay back loans can also have serious consequences like repossessions, foreclosure, and lawsuits. In certain cases, the money already paid may be forfeited. However, not all debts are bad. A debt like mortgage is usually considered to be a good debt, while credit card debt is considered as bad debt. The difference between good and bad debt is not always clear-cut. What is regarded as a bad debt for someone may be a good debt for another person. Consider two people who buy cars on loans. One buys the car for ride share and makes more money from the car than the loan repayment. This will not be a bad debt for the person. The other person buys the car for pleasure and the car does not generate any income. This is a bad debt for the person. In general, to determine if a debt is bad or good, the cost and the benefits of the loan must be considered. When the cost of a loan outweighs the benefit, it is considered a bad debt. However, when the benefit outweighs the cost, it is a good debt. There are basically two common approaches to debt management. While some people may claim one approach is better than the other, it really depends on your situation. The first approach is to pay off the debt with the lowest balance first, while making minimum payment on the other debts. When the debt with the lowest balance is paid off, focus on the debt with the next lowest balance. Do this until you are debt-free. The major drawback of this approach is that the smallest debt may not necessarily have the highest interest rate. However, paying off some debt may be a big relief and it may encourage you to keep paying off your loans. The second approach is to pay off the debt with the highest interest rate while making minimum payment on the other debts. When the debt with the highest interest rate is paid off, focus on the debt with the next highest interest rate. Do this until you are debt-free. While this may save you more money than the previous method, some people may get discouraged if they don't see any significant progress in the number of debts eliminated. A common way of eliminating debt is consolidation. However, this has its own pros and cons. All debts may be consolidated into one with lower interest rates. It is also easier to manage one big debt than multiple smaller debts. However, consolidation by balance transfer comes with its own associated fees, which could end up making the consolidation cost more. When it comes to debt management, some commonly asked questions are: should I save or pay off debt? Should I invest or pay off debt? There is no right or wrong answer to these questions. The general rule is to have an emergency fund, no matter how small. When it comes to deciding between investing and paying off debt, the interest rate should be taken into consideration. If the investment returns higher interest rates than the loan, it may make sense to invest. Taxes to be paid on the investment should also be considered. It should be noted, however, that investments are usually unpredictable. So a better approach to be to allocate some money to both investments and paying off debts. What percentage goes into both depends on each individual. The best method of debt management is to avoid debt outrightly. The following steps will help you minimize debt. Number 1, create a budget to track and manage your expenses based on your income. Never spend more than you earn. 2, before you buy that next item, ask yourself the following questions. Is it necessary? Can you afford it? 3, if possible, always pay off your credit card balance every month. You might want to use auto pay. 4, eliminate unnecessary debt. 5, negotiate lower rates. 6, consider making more money by switching to a higher paying job, taking a part-time job, or freelancing. The bottom line is, if you are in debt, consider the pros and cons of the debt management solutions available to you before you decide. If you are not in debt, do everything possible to stay out of debt. It is easier to avoid debt outrightly than trying to get out of it. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.